So today we will be discussing the condition formatting. In a data, if you have simple numbers, then we have to dig down into the data. But the benefit of condition formatting is you show the data with different bars, icons, and shapes, which tells a story. There are different ways of condition formatting, like highlighting duplicate values, highlighting the greater than or less than values, highlighting a specific text, icons, and formula, and many more. So if you go with the duplicate values, so if you have a certain set of data and your manager asks you to just tell me what are the duplicate entries into that, then you have this way of condition formatting. Select the range of the data and then go to the condition formatting, and then you will be getting the option of selecting either the duplicate or the unique value. And to the right of it, you will be getting the option to highlight that particular thing in different ways. So I've selected one way of highlighting the text which is written into that, the number which is written. Then after the duplicate values, go to the manage, and then you will be getting the option to format the color of the cell. You will be getting different ways of formatting where you can just choose whatever you want. So for your purpose, I'm just highlighting, I'm choosing a particular color, and you will also get an option to select more colors. So in your way, if you have a certain color in your mind, you can just choose that. So I'm selecting one randomly. So this will be very beneficial. You don't have to see something which is, duplicate entry or something like that. So now we move forward to the greater than or less than way of conditional formatting. So if you have a data and you just want to highlight certain numbers which are having more range than a particular number. So if your manager asks that highlight some numbers into this range, which are maybe greater than 60. So you just select this option, select 60 and choose any of the color you want to choose into that. And those numbers which are more than 60 will be highlighted that range. Now let's move forward to the way of highlighting a range of numbers. If you have a starting number with you, ending number with you, and you want to highlight the numbers which are falling into that range, so you have this option. With this option, you will be able to provide the starting number, then the ending number. So I provided 50 at the starting, 90 at the end, and then you are getting the option to select whatever way you just want to highlight that particular thing, and then press OK. So you will be highlighting it. Now let's move forward to highlight a specific text. If your manager asks to just let you know that some numbers are written in specific text, so just tell me how many of them are there. So you have this option by this way in conditional formatting. So mention the text you want to highlight. Here already it is written like sales, so let me write HR. So select the color or the way you just want to highlight that particular thing, and it is highlighted. And moving forward, you will be able to highlight the top 5 or top 10 maybe, or the bottom 5, bottom 10, or whatever range you just want to highlight. So for that purpose, select the range, go to condition formatting, and you will be getting the option of top or bottom rules. So from there, you can just select any of these options. So for your purpose, I'm just selecting the top 10, and I'm not choosing the 10 but the 5 number, and just choose the way you want to highlight that particular thing. I just want to get highlight it, and it is highlighted. It's very simple as that. And now let's move forward to the bar visuals. Bar visual tell you a story about the data, which are the high numbers, which are the low numbers, and so on. So to highlight the bar, you just select the range, go to the data bars, and whatever way you just want to highlight it, you just choose that. There are multiple ways which are inbuilt. You can customize that also. For your purpose, I'm just highlighting the blue bars. Then you have color scale or heat map, we call it. So select the range you want to highlight, and based on that range, if the numbers are maybe higher to lower, so it will be highlighted in that way. So it's all up to you. If the number are higher, you want to highlight it into green or number are lower, you want to highlight into red. So choose your way, whatever you just want to choose. So I'm just selecting a inbuilt feature, so which is highlighted in the heat map. Then go to more rules. Into the more rules, you will be getting different options to select the highest or the lowest color. So here you see the highest color is highlighted with yellow. So I'm choosing the a bit of reddish shade into that. So your color range will be highlighted on that way. So now if you want to provide a particular icon to the data, you can see on the basis of data whether it is falling into a particular different category. So you have different icons over conditional formatting. So whatever way you just want to choose, you can choose that icon and you can customize that also. So go to the icon sets and then you can just go to more rules where you will be finding different options or different ways of providing the icons. So you can provide that icon in your way and just choose randomly, and you will be able to provide a range. So suppose here more than 75, I just want to show it as green. Less than 40, I just want to show it at red. So but make sure to change percentage with numbers. If you will not do it, then it will take a percentage of range. But here I just want to highlight in terms of numbers. So I just selected more than 70 should be green and less than 30 here should be red. So selected it and it is highlighting in that way. So there's another way of highlighting the icons. So for your purpose, I'm just taking the same range of column I into that. So equal sign and select the column I range and then you just drag down it. So it will be same as it is in column I. So after selecting the J column, the range of J column, go to the icon set and then select a particular rating way of highlighting the cell. So I just selected one way, which is over here, and I will be choosing the font color from black to white. So my numbers will not be visible, but only the rating type of formatting. Now let's move forward to the formula way of conditional formatting. You can provide dynamic formulas, whatever you just want to. So here simply I'm just providing an example of giving the formula to highlight the conditional formatting, highlight those cells. So go to conditional formatting. In new rules, you will be getting the option use a formula to determine which cell to format. So after you select the range and provide a particular cell where you want to apply the condition formatting into that range. So I'm just applying equal to, before the formula we use that, equal to K2, and K2 should be greater than, maybe I'm just putting it here like 50. So okay, if K2 is greater than 50, it should give a bit of different color to that range. I'm just selecting blue over here. So the numbers which are greater than 50 will be highlighting in blue colors. So now it's a spark line. So if you want to see the trend of data, how it is going from low to high or how it high to low or randomly moving, you are having the option of spark line to be incorporated into a particular cell. So select the range of the data you want to highlight or you just want to provide the spark line. So after selecting the range, go to insert, and in insert you will be finding the line option. So where you have to provide a location where you want to incorporate that spark line. So I've selected the range, location, and you can see it is showing you the trend of different lines. So if you change a number in any of the cell, so the trend will be changed in the spark line. So just take another example. I'm just changing into 7. So the trend is changing. So it is very beneficial if you just want to see the trend in a one go. So it will really help you in the dashboarding as well. I will just provide a tutorial later. So I'm just providing another way of spark lining, just showing the data into bars, bar format in a cell. So I'm just copying everything in the spark line because I already provided the data range. So select insert and then go to columns, and into the columns you can just select, maybe you just want to highlight red colors or maybe high points with you can, in a green way. So it will be highlighted in bar format. You can see what are the outliers and everything. So thank you for watching Mahi Office Productivity and share it with others to help everyone. Thank you very much.